Hi and welcome to Unscrewed TV, New Zealand's most passionate internet wine show. It's a bit more subtle, a bit more gentle as we are dealing with Pinot Noir. We did Pinot Smackdown the other day, actually last Thursday, and so I thought I'd continue that trend with two Pinots that I've got. The first being Rockburn's The Art Pinot Noir 2010 from the Bannockburn region of Central Otago, a big kind of favourite of a lot of people out there. They tend to gravitate straight towards Central, with almost kind of giving the other regions a bit of a miss. But got to say, over Pinot Smackdown we saw a whole host of New Zealand Pinot being talked about. New Zealand convincingly won. I'm not sure what that means. I know that they dominated with 46% of all of the social media kind of postings were about New Zealand wine, and yeah, only kind of 1 or 2% for France. So it kind of shows you who's adopted the use of social media to kind of communicate with the consumer base and of their wines, I guess. But it's good to see all the kind of usual suspects talking about it. Distinct lack of presence from New Zealand wine. Yeah, alarmingly so, but everybody else I think did very, very well and contributed. So anyway, without further ado, we'll talk about The Art 2010. Kind of spends 10 months in 43% new French oak, and then spends a further 5 months in seasoned oak. 14.5% alcohol. You see that they've got a little QR code. Nice that it's fairly small. It's on matte paper, so all good there. Not very many of, not many bottles of this actually made. I've got a feeling it's under 1,000. It sits at kind of about $90 retail. You see it's quite a dark, inky, plummy colour. There's a spice for me is the first thing that hits my nose. Kind of almost this kind of star anise character comes jumping out. It's a bit more subtle on the nose than a lot of kind of more obvious Central Otago Pinot. It's not just all about the fruit. You do get that kind of spicy character that runs through it. I was down in Central Otago fairly recently and tasted a whole raft of top flight Pinot Noir, and they've all dialed back just the sweet fruit characters, which is good to see as they get to know their fruit and how to handle it. And obviously Rockburn have been a major player down there for quite a while. I get this almost conserve, I'm not going to say jamminess, but certainly the sweet conserve, bit of strawberry, bit of plum kind of interlaced. You definitely get that star anise character. You get almost a dried herb character there as well. It is really, if you've been to Central Otago, this wine is kind of really reminiscent of kind of almost the garrigue. You get some really nice fine cocoa tannin that kind of gives it a bit of grip. You know this wine is going to age. The subtle acid just kind of sleek and slender, it just runs through the middle. The delicate fruit hangs off the side of it. Very well balanced. There's no heat after, with that kind of 14.5% alcohol. Can sometimes give a bit of kind of afterburn. This doesn't at all. It's got very good length. You get a kind of mineral kind of aspect running right at the back now, just coming through. There's no holes in it. The fruit sits really kind of really well with the acid, and also the beautiful kind of relationship between the fruit and the oak. Yeah, I think that $90, I mean, it's pretty steep. It's not a kind of everyday midweeker. It's certainly kind of more a celebratory wine. 92 points. I think that it's well deserving of that. It's got beautiful depth and Pinot characteristics that really kind of speak volumes of the region.